The first thing you'll notice is just how thin the box is because it doesn't come with as much in the box compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 2. In terms of images, videos, audio, and documents, you can still transfer all of that data as long as it's saved on the device. To the side, beneath that, you get a little box, and if you pull that box out, in here you get your USB-C to USB-C cable and a little bit of documentation. Flipping the box over, you get your SIM ejector tool. Let's go ahead and set this to the side because we're going to need that in a minute. And that's it. So you can see you don't get wired headphones or a charger in the box. And if you don't already have a fast charger from a previous device, then I highly recommend just sticking with Samsung's 25-watt charger. You can get other 25-watt chargers, but unless they have a technology called PPS, then it's not actually going to charge quite as fast as Samsung's own charger. Let's set the box aside and take a closer look at the Z Fold 3 itself. So there's a protective film on it with a pull tab, so let's go ahead and pull that. And that covers the entire device. And here's that phantom black color, which I absolutely love because it doesn't pick up fingerprints at all. Flipping over to the main screen on the Galaxy Fold 3 and comparing it to the Galaxy Fold 2, you can tell right away that the Galaxy Fold 3's screen feels much more like glass when you rub your finger across it than the Galaxy Fold 2 screen. This has almost like a rubbery texture, and there's a friction that's very noticeable when you try to run your finger across this that's very different than any glass screen I've used. So Samsung's done an excellent job at making the screen on the Fold 3 feel much more like glass. In terms of the hinge on the Fold 3 compared to the Fold 2, it does feel a bit more stiff. Like it feels like it holds in different positions better than the Fold 2 does. And I don't know if that's because the hinge on the Fold 2 is a bit more worn out since this has been my daily driver for a year now. But another notable improvement with the hinge is that opening it is a lot easier. Like it takes a lot less force to start to open this than it does to start to open the Fold 2. The sides of the phones look very similar. You still have your fingerprint sensor and volume up and down buttons in the same positions, but the SIM card tray is now on top on the Fold 3 where it used to be on the bottom on the Fold 2. And the material that was used on the side is a bit less slippery on the Fold 3 compared to the Fold 2 as well, which does make it a bit easier to kind of grip and open. Here's a look at the backs of the devices. You can tell that the Fold 2 has a much more shiny, glossy finish. And I personally think the cameras on the Fold 3 look much better than the cameras on the Fold 2. And if you look closely, you can see that there's a lot of dirt that gets stuck in here around the camera. And that's really hard to get out. So I'm hoping that the new camera design is a little bit easier to clean. And the only other notable design difference is that the speaker grills on the Fold 3 are much larger than they were on the Fold 2 on both the top and the bottom.